Today is September 3rd, 2021. The website is located at harrythomas.info. I'm your host, Harry Thomas. Boy, it's been a while. I don't even know if this video is going to be allowed up on YouTube. I've had two videos removed for violating community standards for COVID-19. So yeah, you got to tiptoe yourself around here on this channel. We were talking last time about getting prepared for any future lockdowns that are coming, and I got to be careful what I talk about over here. So I moved the show over to the home of free speech, and that is bitchute.com, bitchute.com, and you can do a search over there for The Real Harry Thomas Show, all one word, The Real Harry Thomas Show. And the old YouTube channel is still up, still got some very good videos up and good information up there about the New World Order and their push for global governments by scientific dictatorship, by stealth, by intimidation, and that is up at youtube.com, Harry Thomas Info, all one word, Harry Thomas Info. And I got the old website back up again, harrythomas.info. That was the original one, and I got Podomatic back up, and that was the original podcast site for the Harry Thomas Show. I'm getting things moving again. I also got harrythomasshow.com, harrythomasshow.com, and there's all kinds of stuff up there. That's where you can find my uncensored material. I have the podcast over there, which is censored, and I also have a blog, and I put the first blog up today, which has already been censored on Facebook, but my article. But oh well, what can you do? In fact, the whole domain harrythomas.info is unfit for Facebook. Censorship, 100%. We're living in these kind of times. That's why I'm grateful for bitchute.com, because they're not censoring me over there. I got freedom of speech. In fact, I think I might join the community over there and make a donation, because it's all run by users, not by corporate takeovers, not by think tanks or these fact checkers that own stock in places they probably shouldn't have owned stock. It's like the wolf guarding the hen house. I got to be careful what I say around here. So check out the good info. I'll be putting videos up over here and letting you know when new stuff is going up over there at the websites. But we were talking about getting water, them big 5-gallon buckets of water. You want to get at least 5 buckets, 5-gallon buckets a week for a family of 3 with some pets. And that would also be able to cook food with and do a little cleaning up. A little more than that would be ideal, but you could survive on that for a family of 3 with a couple pets. And we talked about getting big bags of dry beans, rice, macaronis, stocking up on canned foods like vegetables and fruit, and maybe some stuff that you might want to mix in with the rice for some flavor or something. You know, you got to think ahead. You got to think ahead. Get yourself some vitamins and minerals. Get yourself any kind of medications that you need. And we talked about survival backpacks. And fixing up some survival backpacks. And over at the website, harrythomasshow.com and harrythomas.info, I have a couple sections over there full of survival books, PDFs, website that's got tons of survival manuals, stuff from the army. And as we go along, I'll be putting more of these up. I haven't been able to figure out exactly how to link to something but they'll be coming soon. You'll see. I've got interviews up with very prominent credentialed people, whistleblowers. Very interesting stuff over there. You'll have to check it out yourself and get involved. Get involved in this fight for freedom, this fight against the New World Order. They are in their end game now, pushing a total global clampdown. And I'm very worried about it. I don't like to see my freedoms taken away, and I don't want to lose the United States sovereignty that we have. Also, got to be real careful around here what I say on Podomatic and what I say over here on YouTube because they're both owned by corporations that are out to 100% censor any information that isn't going along with the status quo. And it's a rotten shame, but everybody has to get involved in this fight because, I know that I can't even talk about that, but I'm going to take some notes. We're going to talk about some different strategies of things that we could do to improve our health, things that we could do to advance ourselves so we're not so reliant on the grid, things that we could do to take care of our family, take care of our spiritual well-being. You know, you might laugh at me, but meditation is a very useful tool during these times. It gets you centered, and it keeps you from being on that fringe of breaking down all the time. You know what I mean? When you're on that edge, you gotta be able to keep your head. Especially when you're talking to people. I mean, I've been being called a kook, told, oh, if you don't, I can't even say that either, but they basically think people have been calling me a kook. They say I should just stay in my house and stay away from everybody because I'm a threat. But the mind control is so forceful. It's just so thick. It's so dominant in society these days. I could just tell them I'm going to pray for your ignorance because that's what it is. And I totally understand that, this is a plan to dumb down America. Charlotte Isabert worked for the Department of Education under the Reagan administration, wrote a book, Dumbing Down of America. They were going to mess with critical thinking, and the professors were going to take over with a communist agenda. And this is what we're seeing now, the total takeover of societies. And all the world power governments are on board with it. China is leading the way. And our borders are open. Our people are just being left in the middle of nowhere. We're arming the enemies. It's an 1984 world, and I'm going to end with this. Keep this video a little short. George Orwell said, speaking in 1984. Oh, and Brave New World book is going to be available over there by Adolphus Huxley. Another insider of the New World Order, but is very revealing in his book. But 1984 author George Orwell said, in times of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. And I'll have to say that the answer to 1984 is 1776. I want to thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Get over to the website, harrythomas.info. harrythomasshow.com. Get the word out, and together we will make a difference.